Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel Study Planet. Today we are going to continue with the chapter Ashoka the Emperor who gave up the war. We'll continue from here. In the last video, we studied about how is Patliputra ruled. We studied that Patliputra is under the direct control of the emperor. Today we'll study how are the other parts ruled. Now there were other areas or provinces. Each of these were ruled from a provincial capital such as Takshila or Ujjain. Although there was some amount of control from Patliputra and royal princes were often sent as governors, local customs were probably followed. Besides this, there were vast areas between these centers. Here, the Mauryas tried to control the roads and rivers which were important for transport and to collect tax or whatever resources were available as tax and tribute. For example, the Arthashastra tells us that the side to the northwest was important for blankets in South India for its gold and precious stones. So there can be a question that for what is northwest famous or for what is northwest important. So the answer would be blankets, and for South India the answer would be gold and precious stones. I hope this all is clear. Now we'll study what is tribute. Now tribute means where the people give their higher authorities on their own deed or with their own will. Okay, but taxes were not on their own deed. If they do not have the money, they can't stay there because they have to pay taxes for the development of the other roads. And this also cannot happen that one person of the village is giving but the second person is not giving. Okay, because everyone has the contribution to development of the city or the village. Okay, so this is the correct definition. I have just explained you in brief. Now there were also forested regions. People living in these areas were more or less independent, but may have been expected to provide elephants, timber, honey, and wax to the Mauryan officials who traveled. Now, the emperor and the capital city. In this box, we'll study about Megasthenes, who was an ambassador and sent to the court of Chandragupta by the Greek ruler of West Asia, named Seleucus Nicator. Megasthenes had wrote an account on how did the palace or the empire look like. So the occasions on which emperor appears in the public are celebrated with grand royal processions. He is carried in a golden palanquin. Now what is palanquin? Palanquin is a palki known in Hindi. I hope you all know what is a palki. Palki is kind of this thing, and the emperor is carried in this. These two sticks are made up of bamboo, or you can say wood. These two sticks the are carried by the soldiers. Okay, now normally surrounded by armed women, the emperor was normally surrounded with armed women. They were trained parrots. Okay, and he was afraid that someone may try to kill him, so he has special servants to taste the food before he eats. And he never sleeps in the same bedroom for 2 nights. Again, he would think that someone would kill him, so that person would focus that the king is sleeping in the first room but not in the second room. But on the second day when he comes, emperor changes his room and comes in the second room, but and not sleeps in this room, so that person would be caught. Okay. Now about Patliputra also he has written that it is a large and beautiful city and surrounded by a massive wall. It has 570 towers and 64 gates. The houses of 2 and 3 stories are built of wood and mud brick. The king's palace is also of wood and decorated with stone carvings. It is surrounded with gardens and enclosures for keeping birds. Okay, so I hope you understand. Now if the question comes at write an account on Patliputra, so you can write from here. Now we'll do Ashoka, a unique ruler. So the most famous Mauryan ruler was Ashoka. He was the first ruler to try to take his message to the people through inscriptions. Most of Ashoka's inscriptions were written in Prakrit and written in Brahmi script. So this is about how he carried the message all over his kingdom and all over India. Now Ashoka's war in Kalinga. Now Kalinga is the ancient name of coastal Orissa. See map 5 page 68. I'll show you Kalinga. Here you can see this. Now here this is Kalinga. This was olden Orissa, west coastal Orissa. Okay. So he fought a war to conquer Kalinga. However, he was so horrified when he saw the violence and bloodshed that he decided not to fight any more wars. He is the only king in the history of the world who gave up the conquest after winning a war. So he saw many dead bodies and all the blood all over. So he thought that why to destruct these people? I must stop fighting. So he now what did he do? Now he changed his religion, okay, and made it to Dhamma. So with this we come to an end of this video. I would tell you about Dhamma in the next video. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Please like, share and subscribe my